All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Marie from Debutify, your all-in-one business platform for e-com owners like you. In this webinar, we'll be continuing on how to create an effective e-com content strategy, and we'll talk all about distribution and promotion. This is part 2 of our webinar on creating an e-com content strategy. So if you haven't watched the first part yet, either pause this recording or if you're watching this live, take a look back there after this webinar. So either way, I think this webinar is going to benefit all of us. So if you want, try to look back at that one first and come back here, or just enjoy us today. All right? Good. So let's get on to it. You got the content creation process, and now where do we actually post them? So here are the different distribution channels that you can use. Your website and your product pages are your online storefront. So that's the first part of where you should put your content. Optimize them to showcase your content effectively. Ensure that your website is user-friendly, visually appealing, and easy to navigate. Highlight your top performing content and products prominently. And of course, provide clear calls to action to guide visitors towards making a purchase or engaging further with your brand. Another content distribution channel is blogging platforms and content hubs. Blogging platforms like Medium or LinkedIn offer additional channels to publish and promote your content. Leverage these platforms to reach a wider audience and tap into existing communities interested in your industry or niche. Also, you have to share valuable insights and link back to your website for increased traffic and visibility. Another content distribution channel is, of course, our favorite social media platforms. Social media platforms are the perfect place to connect with your audience and share your content. Identify the platforms where your target audience is most active and tailor your content accordingly. Use engaging visuals, catchy captions, and relevant hashtags to boost your reach. Also, encourage social sharing and interaction to amplify your brand's visibility and kind of generate a buzz to the network that you have. Moving on, another distribution channel is email. Email marketing campaigns are a direct line of communication with your audience. So leverage your email list to distribute your content and nurture relationships with your subscribers. Segment your email list based on interests and preferences, delivering personalized content that resonates with each segment. Include compelling calls to action that encourages readers to engage further with your brand. Another way to distribute your content is through influencer collabs and partnerships. Collaborating with influencers in your industry can significantly expand your reach and drive engagement. Identify influencers whose values align with your brand and whose audience matches your target demographic. Partner with them to create sponsored content, guest posts, or product reviews. Influencers can help amplify your content and introduce your brand to a new audience. And another way, speaking of which, is to use guest posting and content syndication. What does that mean? Guest posting on authoritative websites and content syndication platforms allows you to tap into existing audiences and gain exposure for your brand. Identify reputable websites or platforms in your industry and contribute valuable content as a guest author. Include links back to your website again, or relevant landing pages or social media sites, whatever, just to drive traffic and increase your brand visibility. So now we know the distribution channels. Let's see the paid options. One way is through social media promotion and advertising. Ads in social media are powerful tools to amplify your content and reach a wider audience. Promote your top performing content through targeted social media ads to maximize its visibility. Use advanced targeting options to reach specific demographics or interest groups that are most likely to be interested in your products or services. Now, this is a completely different beast. And if you want to learn more, you should definitely check out our other webinars focused solely on social media promotion and advertising. Another way is through paid search and display advertising. Set up pay-per-click campaigns so that you can display your ads when users enter relevant search queries. And of course, develop compelling ad copies and utilize engaging visuals. This will drive click-throughs to your content. Another way for promotion is through influencer outreach and collabs again. It's not only organic posting, but also you can pay an influencer. In addition to collaborating with influencers on content creation, consider engaging them in outreach campaigns. Have them share your content with your audience or participate in promotional activities such as giveaways or contests. Influencers can lend credibility to your brand and help create a buzz around your content. Another way is email marketing and newsletter promotion. Utilize your email marketing campaigns to promote your best performing content. Craft engaging email newsletters that highlight your latest blog posts, videos, or exclusive content. Use persuasive subject lines and compelling previews. This will entice readers to click through and engage with your content. So leverage the power of your email list to drive traffic and generate leads. Another way is through cross-promotion and strategic partners. Identify strategic partners in complementary industries or niches and explore cross-promotion opportunities. Collaborate on joint content initiatives, co-create resources, or cross-promote each other's products or services. This is the power of networking, guys. By leveraging each other's audience and expertise, you can amplify the content and reach a broader customer base. For promotion and amplification, content sharing and distribution networks is also something that's game-changing. Content sharing and distribution networks such as Outbrain or Taboola provide additional avenues to amplify your content's reach. These platforms help you distribute your content to relevant websites and publishers within their network. By tapping into their distribution channels, you can drive more traffic to your content and increase brand exposure. And once you have all those covered, don't forget to measure its performance. And once you have all those covered, also make sure to use the key performance indicators or KPIs. Before you can measure your content's performance, it's essential to define KPIs and make sure that it's aligned with your goals. So identify metrics such as website traffic, conversion rates, engagement metrics, or social media reach. Set benchmarks and track these metrics regularly to evaluate the effectiveness of your content strategy. Another way to measure and analyze content performance is to track and analyze these metrics. Monitor and analyze metrics such as page views, time on page bounce rates, social media likes, comments, shares. These metrics provide insights into how your audience is interacting with your content. Then you can identify the patterns and trends to understand what resonates with your audience and adjust your content strategy accordingly. For example, if you have a content that has tons of likes but not a lot of shares or not a lot of comments, figure out why this one is only about those things and why another post has a lot more shares. It could be the value that you're sharing, or it could be the amount of like the entertainment that you give to them. So this is a way for you to adjust it. Another way is to measure is to using analytics tools to measure content ROI. So here you can try to use Google Analytics, like Instagram social media insights, for you to check out like which one works best, and to measure your ROI on your content marketing efforts. You can also track conversion rates, revenue generated, or customer acquisition costs attributed to specific content pieces. This data helps you understand the impact of your content strategy on the bottom line. Another way is to iterate and, of course, optimize these strategies based on data insights. Data-driven insights are invaluable for continuous improvement. So you have to use these data that you gathered from analytics to iterate and optimize your content strategy. Identify the gaps and the areas for improvement so that you can make data-informed decisions and not just trying this out, and trying this out all at the same time. Of course, you can still experiment with content formats and distribution channels, and even the messaging to refine your strategy to achieve better results. Then we have to figure out also how to build a community and how to get content from your community. One way is to encourage customers to share their experiences and reviews. Actively encourage your customers to share their experiences and leave reviews, and you can even provide contests or incentives that encourage UGC. Testimonials and reviews also adds authenticity and credibility to your brand. So highlight the UGC on your website and social media platforms to showcase positive experiences and build trust. Another way, by the way, guys, here at Debutify, we pride ourselves in creating one of the best review apps for any Shopify website. So if you want a way to collect, manage, and share those reviews that you already have on your products, you have to try Debutify Reviews. And for you guys who are here today, we're offering a 30-day free trial for Debutify Reviews. Great, right? That's great. Anyway, another way to get UGC and to build community is to leverage this UGC on content strategy. So you incorporate UGC into your content strategy, share your customer testimonials, your reviews, your success stories in different ways, like in blog posts or in Instagram posts and TikTok, every way that you can. You have to also create interactive content such as polls, surveys, challenges, anything that's very easy for your community to engage with. So by leveraging UGC content, you not only strengthen your relationship with customers, but also enrich your overall content mix. Another way is building and nurturing a community around the brand. Community building is about fostering a sense of belonging and engaging among your audience and audiences. So create spaces where customers can connect with each other or your brand. This can be through forums, social media groups, or dedicated online communities. Encourage discussions and provide value through exclusive content and actively participate in conversations. Building a community cultivates loyalty and turns customers into brand advocates. So you also have to engage with customers. So you actively engage with your audience through the comments, discussions, and forums. This is what makes social media social. So it's not all about you just saying, it's about you having a discussion with your customers and your audience. One way is to respond to comments on your blog posts or social media updates, participate in industry-related discussions, and provide valuable insights. You have to show genuine interest in your customers' opinions and feedback. And so by fostering two-way communication, you build stronger relationships and create a loyal customer base. Of course, we have to always improve, right? And adapt. That's what makes us human. And that's what makes businesses thrive. So one way to improve your content strategy is to monitor the trends and the consumer behavior. Stay up to date with the latest industry trends and shifts in consumer behavior. Monitor your competitor strategies. Monitor the emerging technologies. And of course, what are the evolving customer preferences? I mean, right now, everybody's talking about AI, right? So those who are not into the AI train are losing a lot of customers now. So this knowledge helps you anticipate changes and adapt your content strategy accordingly. Embrace new trends and incorporate innovative approaches to stay ahead of the curve. Also, you have to stay updated with best practices. Content marketing is a dynamic field with new best practices emerging constantly. I remember having a time to be like just by myself for a month with no social media. I came back and I work in the marketing field and I'm like, there's so many things that happen. So you always have to stay informed about the latest content marketing strategies and tactics. Follow industry thought leaders, read reputable blogs, and attend webinars or conferences. By staying updated, you can refine your approach and leverage new opportunities and maintain a competitive edge. Another way for continuous improvement and adaptation is conducting regular content audits and optimization. Regularly conduct these audits to evaluate the performance and relevance of your existing content. You have to identify outdated or underperforming pieces. You also have to optimize high-performing content and conduct keyword research to identify new opportunities for optimization. A lot of brands fail to notice this and decide to just stay on the current loop or what the trend was 10 years ago. And I still see them on a lot of these brands on social media. So make sure that you follow the trends that are happening now with people. So by auditing and optimizing your content, you ensure that it remains fresh, valuable, and still not redundant to your audience. And of course, experiment with new content formats. That's where your creativity comes in. Don't be afraid to experiment with new content formats and distribution channels. A lot of people are starting to go on TikTok now. Well, you should have done that a year ago, right? So try different types of content, such as going on TikToks or even trying quizzes or podcasts or live streams. You can explore, like I said, emerging social media platforms. By experimenting, you discover what resonates with your audience and uncover new avenues for reaching them. And solicit feedback and listen to your audience. Get feedback through surveys, polls, direct communication, and by actively seeking feedback, you get a way to actually improve you and your business. Pay attention to the comments, reviews, and social media conversations. That is called social media listening. Listen to your audience's needs, preferences, and pain points. So by understanding their perspective, you can tailor your content strategy to better serve their needs. That was a lot to discuss today, but we finished it, guys. I hope you had your notes in, and if not, you can always come back to this on our website and check the recording of this webinar. In conclusion, developing a successful content strategy from part 1 to part 2 involves a thorough understanding of your target market, even strategic planning, how to create high-quality content, and the effective distribution and promotion of this content. By implementing these and continuously adapting based on the data and the feedback that you get, you can create engaging content that drives traffic and builds brand loyalty, and of course, boosts conversion in this competitive e-com landscape. But before we close, I want to let you guys know about some other valuable webinars that Debutify has to offer. These webinars cover a wide range of topics related to e-com, digital marketing, and business growth. They are designed to provide you with even more insights and strategies to enhance your online business. So make sure to check those out too. And of course, like I said, I mentioned it a while ago, I want to highlight that Debutify has a 30-day free trial for our Debutify reviews and a 14-day free trial of our Debutify theme. This theme is specifically built for Shopify and is optimized to help you create a high-converting and visually appealing online store. With its user-friendly customization and conversion-focused features, the Debutify theme can elevate your e-com business to new heights. And of course, the Debutify reviews is a tool that enables you to showcase customer reviews and ratings on your website, helping to build trust and credibility to your potential buyers. By leveraging the power of social proof, you can increase conversions and drive more sales. So don't miss out on these opportunities. Take advantage of the free trials and explore the potential of the Debutify theme and Debutify reviews to optimize your online store and boost your e-com success. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys found this webinar informative and helpful. And remember to implement these strategies and drive business growth through effective content marketing. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to our team and stay tuned for more exciting webinars and resources from Debutify. Have a great day, guys, and see you soon. Ciao, everyone.